while all these different people drone and talk politics, and that really impresses employers so much anyway. You know, I feel like graduating is like filling out the Pokédex. Like, congratulations, you've used your phone in literally every possible place you can on campus. You know, and that's why I became a comm major. Just 10,000 people that were told, sort your fucking life out, and said, nah, we got this. You know, part of it is that there's just not enough jobs to go around. Is it just me, or do Bert and Patrick and Ernie and Squidward sound exactly the same? Compare, hey Bert to, hey SpongeBob, and Ernie to SpongeBob. I think there's one dude doing all the voices. So my first job lasted for 8 hours. I shouted a dude at a pizza place. I didn't get the job because I didn't drive, and that wound up biting me in the ass. As I'm getting interviewed by this big, fat Italian guy, Uncle Vinny, he asked me why I don't drive. And do I tell him the truth, that I know I'll be a millionaire before I'm 16, that I'll be chauffeured everywhere and never have to worry about it? Or do I lie about myself to try to make myself sound better? Exactly. So in an effort to lie about myself to make myself sound better, I say, oh, I'm just lazy. And that's when Uncle Vinny turns to me and says, hey, me too! Yep, I wasn't good enough for that guy. So the first time I tried to sell on Fiverr was voiceovers, but I fucked my rating when I was too depressed to take orders. I feel like depression is like a period, like, oh, you didn't kill yourself this month? Have a month where you can't bear to get out of bed. I feel like with no context, a lot of depression symptoms sound like beautiful names for women. Like if you heard, okay class, meet dysthemia, you'd be like, whoa, her parents are loaded. I didn't think I could ever get with the Sophia, but then Aunt Antonia walked into my life. I applied at CBS. That's my dream job right now because it's literally around the corner. On the application, they say you consider yourself to have a disability. Well, fuck, I know they want you to say no, but I get my meds there. Like, do you think that's their background check? Like, no Facebook, like just your prescription history, like Kachkowski? How do you spell that? Right. So my grandma has Alzheimer's, and sometimes she starts speaking in Italian. We asked my cousin to translate once, because she took Italian in high school. Nothing. I took Spanish on the other hand, because I couldn't have given less of a shit. The kids in Italian didn't give a shit either. They didn't care about the language or the culture as much as being awful stereotypes. It doesn't matter if you can't speak a word of the language as long as the familia has an excuse to talk with their hands. Lays every class with a fresh cut, a gold chain, and an ice pick. The rest of us said, whatever, I don't give a fuck, put me in Spanish. So that's what I did for 2 years. Showed up, got my C. Probably couldn't handle a conversation with a drunk 2-year-old. I actually speak cat too. I meow. It's a tick, but a tick that I gave myself because I'm an idiot. If I get shocked, if I just need to remind myself that I exist, if I don't realize that I'm doing it and I need to annoy everyone around me. It doesn't always stop in public. I do it a lot in the bathroom, but I've never been called out on it. I do it when I'm walking. I'm surprised I don't have animals following me home. On an interview, did you just meow? One time I did it in an elevator. I got some weird looks. I couldn't really talk my way out of it. One time I saw what I think was a frat initiation ritual and it scared the shit out of me. I was walking back from dinner to my dorm and I see this flame in the distance and I think, whatever. So I keep walking and I realize it's not perspective. This flame is about a foot tall. But I think, okay, dabbing in public is weird, but whatever. So finally I'm close enough to see that there's a dude standing in front of the building holding a torch. Like a lawn torch, like a tiki torch. He's just hanging out like this is no big deal. There's people to both sides of him, and this dude is shouting at the building, basically barking, just going, oh! I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm not dumb enough to pass in front of this guy. So I go around, but there's another dude coming down the hill going, oh! And these two dudes are just going at it like, oh! 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 together. It was almost like echolocation. I had to bring it up to my roommate to think it was anything slightly normal. And if you're wondering, why didn't you just think it might have been that? A, I had a brownie about an hour before it was just starting to kick in. And B, you're holding a fucking torch, mate. Talk your way out of that one. I thought I was about to see a full-blown riot. I'm sick of journalists trying to make things sound nicer than they are. There was a guy that got caught selling drugs. In the article, they say the man told police he had 2 bricks of heroin inside his anus. No, he didn't. As if he said, "Excuse me, terribly sorry to be a bother. I appear to have a large quantity of heroin in my anus. It has penetrated my rectal cavity quite deeply. Could you please assist me in dislodging it?" By the time you admit that, the heroin is either hurting so bad you're saying, "Oh, please, God, help me, why?" Or it was like, "Yo, dude, I got some heroin up my butt, no big deal." This guy had 2 bricks of heroin up his ass, but a needle in plain view in his car, which means he put all that shit up there and then said, "Wait a second, that would be a bad idea." Couldn't put it under the seat, couldn't put it in the glove box, because he's too concerned for the customer, I guess. I'm surprised he didn't buckle it up. Imagine this guy in jail. "Hello, I'd like to escape today." "Oh, all right then. Wait, what? Sorry, 3-second rule." When this dude gets to jail, he's going to be pretty popular with guys that hear what his ass can do, and guys that hear what his ass can do. Dudes that want to party, and guys sitting there thinking like, 2 bricks of heroin, that's like 18 Rolexes. But this dude has an indestructible pocket in him. And that's when I realized we're going to put all the Note 7s. So I feel like we're going to talk about Donald Trump the same way we do about Justin Bieber. Like, oh, what's he done this year? Just drive drunk and assault a police officer? That's barely anything for him. So I feel like I've gotten really close to you guys. So I'm going to tell you a story about the first time I did Adderall, and I thought I was going to die. So I stayed in the shower for like 2 hours, just going to town on myself, just masturbating with major focus. And I got so dehydrated. And I came out, and my vision was so blurry. And I couldn't see at all. And at a certain point, I just thought, okay, this is it. I'm dying. And I was falling over, I was grabbing onto the bed, I was drinking water out of my Brita bottle like a fucking camel. And as soon as I realized I was going to survive, cause of death masturbating became the funniest thing I ever heard. Thank you.